Don't show your face at the reunion, they said. 3 months later, they discovered their company's only hope of survival needed my signature. I sent an empty envelope. What happened next? The invitation to the Morrison family reunion sat on my desk, the gold lettering catching the morning light that streamed through my office window. Across its elegant surface, someone had written in angry red ink, "Don't show your face at the reunion." The handwriting was my cousin Peter's, current CEO of Morrison Manufacturing, the company my grandfather had built from nothing. The same company I was about to save from bankruptcy, though they didn't know it yet. My phone buzzed with another message from Peter. "I mean it, Emily, stay away. We don't need your kind of negativity at a family celebration." My kind of negativity. That's what they called my warnings 3 years ago, when I tried to tell them their manufacturing methods were becoming obsolete. When I suggested investing in automation and artificial intelligence to stay competitive. "You don't understand business," my Uncle James had sneered during that fateful board meeting. "You're just a junior analyst trying to play with the big boys." I wasn't just a junior analyst. I was a Stanford MBA graduate who had specialized in manufacturing automation. But they didn't care about my qualifications. All they saw was little Emily, the family disappointment who refused to learn the business from the ground up like everyone else. So I left, not just the company, but the country. I moved to Singapore and started consulting for manufacturing firms across Asia. Within 2 years, I had built advanced manufacturing solutions into one of the most respected names in industrial automation. My family didn't know this, of course. They thought I was still doing small-time consulting work, probably struggling to make ends meet. They had no idea that the mysterious AMS, their competitors kept raving about, was actually run by the cousin they had dismissed. I picked up the reunion invitation again, remembering the last family gathering I'd attended. It was Christmas 2 years ago. I had just closed a $200 million deal with one of China's largest manufacturers. But at the Morrison dinner table, I was still a failure who had abandoned the family business. "At least Peter understands loyalty," my mother had said pointedly, ignoring my untouched wine glass. "He's tripled the company's revenue." What she didn't mention was that the revenue increase came from taking on massive debt to maintain outdated operations. I had tracked Morrison Manufacturing's decline through industry reports and insider contacts. They were 3 months away from complete collapse. My assistant knocked on my office door. "Miss Morrison, the acquisition papers are ready." I nodded, taking the thick folder she handed me. Inside were documents showing that AMS had quietly purchased Morrison Manufacturing's debt from various banks over the past year. We now controlled every aspect of their finances, though they still didn't know who we were. Another text from Peter flashed on my phone. "Don't even think about causing trouble. The family is finally doing well without your interference." I opened my laptop and pulled up Morrison Manufacturing's latest financial report. Their stock had dropped 70% in the past month. 3 major clients had canceled contracts due to quality control issues. The automation systems I had proposed 3 years ago would have prevented those problems. My phone rang, Uncle James's number. I let it go to voicemail. "Emily," his voice was strained, trying to maintain its usual arrogance. "The board is meeting next week to discuss some strategic changes. Your father suggested we might benefit from your expertise. Call me back." I smiled, so they had finally realized they needed help. But they still didn't know how much trouble they were really in. The next text came from my cousin Sarah. "How dare you ignore Uncle James's call? After everything the family has done for you, everything they had done for me. Like blocking my promotion 3 years ago. Like mocking my suggestions in front of the entire board. Like banning me from the family reunion because I dared to suggest their precious company needed modernization." I opened my safe and pulled out another document, the original contract from when my grandfather founded the company. There, in clear legal language, was the clause that would save or destroy Morrison Manufacturing. Any sale, merger, or major restructuring of the company requires unanimous approval from all living direct descendants of James Morrison Sr. That included me. My grandfather had added that clause to protect the company from hostile takeovers. He never imagined it would one day give his so-called, unsuccessful, granddaughter the power to decide the company's fate. I pressed my intercom. "Janet, please send in the lawyers." 3 men in expensive suits entered my office. They had been working on this case for months, preparing for this exact moment. "Gentlemen," I gestured to the chairs in front of my desk, "it's time to discuss the Morrison Manufacturing takeover." "Are you sure about this, Ms. Morrison?" the lead lawyer asked. Once we move forward, there's no going back. Your family. My family made their choice when they banned me from the reunion. I cut him off. Now it's my turn to make a choice. I glanced at my phone. Another missed call from Uncle James, 2 texts from Peter, and an email from my father marked urgent, family business matter. Too little, too late. I picked up my pen, ready to sign the documents that would seal Morrison Manufacturing's fate. In 3 months, when they discovered their only hope of survival required my signature, they would learn exactly who they had dismissed. The question was, would I sign to save them, or would I send back an empty envelope? 3 months after receiving that defaced reunion invitation, I sat in my Singapore office, watching Morrison Manufacturing's world crumble in real time. Their stock had just been suspended from trading after falling 90%. Their biggest lender had called in their loans. 3 board members had resigned. And my phone wouldn't stop ringing. Ms. Morrison, my assistant's voice came through the intercom. Your Uncle James has called 17 times in the past hour. Should I keep blocking him? Yes, I replied, turning to the wall of screens displaying news headlines. Morrison Manufacturing faces bankruptcy. Historic family company on brink of collapse. Advanced Manufacturing Solutions set to acquire Morrison assets. My cousin Peter's name flashed on my phone again. This time, I answered. Emily, he sounded breathless, panicked. Where have you been? We've been trying to reach you for days. I thought I wasn't supposed to show my face. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more.